Well, hello and good to see everybody again. Sorry for the little bit of a delay. I was building the Huey for the Vietnam stuff I was doing, the Kobe model. I was short one piece, so I'm waiting for one to be shipped to me, and as soon as it's done, I will complete it and we will do that. I was going to do a video of the other helicopter they use, the Cayuse Loach, they called it, which is basically this, the little bird. The MH6 made by Boeing, originating by Hughes. Howard Hughes' aviation company were the original creators of this helicopter. And that happened, look at my notes here. This is a little bit different than what I had planned. Oh, 1960, 63, 64 as a light observation and reconnaissance helicopter. Looked a little bit different. This one has a larger engine. It has two exhaust ports in the back. And you see it carrying two gun pods. And I'm going to give you a basic description of this. And this helicopter is this description. It is, I can find it down here, powered by an Allison J63-5A turbo prop engine. There's outports for it. 425 horsepower, maximum speed 175 miles an hour, with a cruising speed of 155, and a crew of two. And you can actually see them. I'm going to try to get in a little bit more detail. This is a 1/18 scale. This is not a 21st Century Toys. This is a blue box. Blue box was competitors of 21st Century Toys, and I believe they made better and more durable vehicles. I have a Bell Kiowa from them. I have a P-51 Mustang also, F4U Corsair, and an F-18 Hornet. I should do a video on that. I haven't put that together in a long time. But this reason I did this version of this helicopter was, you're hearing all this stuff about, oh, we're going to put troops in to put law and order. You might see these babies flying around in support of them. I have seen them before during COVID flying around. And let me open the doors in the back. This one's pretty easy to show stuff. I did not attach the rockets to it because I wanted to show the helicopter as it is, minus, maybe one day I'll do another video of it with the rockets connected. But we'll show the rocket pod. And there you go. It's a relatively small, very fast, and very maneuverable helicopter. If you want to see a good interpretation of it, watch Black Hawk Down. The Delta Force, they were brought in using this. And exactly that's what this thing is for. It's for dropping in and pulling out Delta Force soldiers. I have one here. Also blue box, 1/18 scale, with his M4 carbine with a grenade launcher. There'd be three of them on each side of here. I'm not going to put them on here because they'll fall off and then I'll look like a fool and you'll think, oh, what an idiotic video. There's usually three per side. And there's like a little rack thing on here where they can hang their feet down and they take them in, they drop them off. This one I have is configured in a recon version with just gun pods. As I said, I will show you the rockets. If I can get the thing and not fall apart. That's the one nice thing about Blue Box. Their stuff is much more durable than 21st Century Toys, and usually means for a more fun time of having it as a model. Ooh, sorry about that. More of a fun time as a model. These are what the rocket pods look like. There's 7 per pod. And they would go in a rack, which would go, I'll show you through the door, in here. I have some other equipment that's part of it, so I can't put it in, but normally it would be like this. So you would have the rocket pods there, high or up, and the gun pods on the bottom. Basically, the armament of this thing is two LAU 65B1A rocket launchers. There's 7 per rocket, and that would be these. It has two 50 cals and two 308 cal machine gun pods. This one has all four, or it could be just 50 cals, or it could be just 308 caliber. It doesn't matter. But basically, you could configure this to the way that you would see it if you were doing some researching on it. And it kind of would look like what you saw in Black Hawk Down. I believe those only had one gun pod per thing on it, the actual guns. But that's the reason why this thing, first introduced during the Vietnam War, is still flying. It's been modified. It can fly at night. It can fly through limited bad weather. It's very quick. It's got a decent range and highly maneuverable. And I think in this day and age of drones, the right electronics and stuff, this baby could actually survive. Be one of the conventional air vehicles that would have no problems in a drone environment. And I think it's a cool craft. I would suggest watching Black Hawk Down. You can see these in action, how they perform and stuff. Now, like I said, they would carry three of these guys per side. This would be a Delta Force, and they'd be sitting off on these rails, dropped in. So this helicopter could be used for transporting them to the battle, picking people up, and with all the gun pods and rocket pods, provide cover and support for the troops that they're with. The U.S. Army is the only army that uses it in the Western Hemisphere. South Korea uses this. Also, in the Royal Thai Army use them. There are older versions that are in service with Israel. I think maybe some of the European countries. I'm not sure. I didn't research it that much. But the only difference between this one and the latest version, the top rotor has 6 blades, the back rotor has 4 blades. This one still has the 5-2 configuration, which was in Vietnam, but this has a substantially more powerful engine, way better equipment, the much more rapidly advanced technology, and it's a superb little helicopter. And it'll be around, I think, for a long time. And I'm glad I explained it to you in its current state, just because it would take too much or too long of a time to explain it from its Vietnam era. But the main thing to know about this helicopter is Howard Hughes' company, Hughes Aviation, invented it, came up with it. When Boeing bought Hughes Aviation out and became part of Boeing, their military stuff, they upgraded this thing and made it more user friendly and kept it current and relevant. So once again, this is a Boeing MH6 Little Bird, famous in Black Hawk Down. And like I said, if you're looking for government stuff doing around here, if you see or hear of troops and you see these babies flying around, well, you know they're serious about it. Like I said, the last time I saw one actually flying through Chicago and out this way during COVID. There were a couple of them here and there. So that was the time of the riots too also. So probably for reconnaissance of what was going on. They're afraid Chicago was going to burn down along with any other cities, which is a good thing to have. You know, I don't care. Other people say, "Oh no, we couldn't have a police or defense." Yeah, you can, because you can have a bunch of unarmed people trying to fend for themselves. So it's there for a reason and there for a purpose. This is one another little sidebar. I had collected these 118 scale. I will not ever sell this one. I love this helicopter. It is such a cool helicopter. I mean, even the way everything moves on it and stuff, aside from being able to fly itself with an engine, superb. It's a shame they stopped making these. I don't know if they ever brought them back. I paid, what did I pay for this? 50? 40 something? I've seen them up on eBay, one like this, and there's a couple other versions they made, $69 to $130, but it is a nice copter, and like I said, it very useful. 1963 till now, it's a long time. But like I said, they improved it and did some modifications to it. One of my blades just popped off. I apologize, but it'll go right back on without any fret. That's why I like these. If you're gonna get 118 scale This is a way to go, but they're pricey. So that'll be it with this video. I will have another one coming up on what I don't know, but I will have one on the Huey Iroquois as soon as it's completed, as soon as the part comes from Kobe. Thank you again. Enjoy the holiday, and I hope everybody's having a great time. See ya.